Hello, Elena. How are you? What's showing up for you today?
Hi, Jenna. I'm actually pretty good today. I feel I feel good.
Yes, yes. Tell me more about that.
Well, I did the exercises that we've been practicing, um, and I feel like they've really helped to make me feel grounded and not make me feel so alienated from myself and from others. Um, I've also just kind of been reminding myself, as we've talked in our previous sessions, that these feelings are normal and not everybody does things the same way. But I've been learning to find more like happiness in the little moments and not allowing them to spiral. So yeah, I'm good today.
Sounds wonderful. And you also realize there might be times where those thoughts and feelings pop up again, but hopefully you have a few more things in your toolbox to kind of know that they feelings come and go like waves in an ocean, right?
Absolutely. Or
And
like fluffy clouds in the
yes,
sky.
like fluffy clouds in the sky. Absolutely. Now, tell me some of the things that you do to take care of yourself during your pregnancy, because we all know it's hard on the body and the mind. What are you doing to take care of you?
Well, as we've talked about before, when I said I would just sleep,
Mhm.
I've now been allowing myself to meditate using some of the breathing exercises you've taught me. And then allowing myself to be present with my husband, go on date nights, trying to enjoy our last days of being just us.
That's your last
Um,
hurrah without kids. Uh-huh.
right. And when going out with my friends, not focusing so much on the baby aspect of things and just trying to be me again, not be so worried or anything, about the baby so that I don't lose myself.
Sure, sure. And of course, just notice when those things come up and then just kind of ride them like a wave. There it
Yeah.
is. I see you. And this will pass too.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's fantastic. Can you tell me some things about how these changes in you have affected the relationships with your husband, your friends, your mom?
Well, I have been allowing myself to open up more to my husband and um, but giving him, we kind of came together to have a little thing of he'll ask me like, do you need a vent or do you need my help? And while he still wants to fix everything, he actually just listens now, and he'll tell me a lot. He doesn't always understand, but he knows I'm okay. And he just kind of reassures me that my feelings are valid and they're normal. Um, with my mom, I just kind of created a boundary there. I
Yeah.
don't talk a whole lot about the baby with her, my emotions, or if she wants to talk about the baby, I keep it very surface about, names and stuff like that.
We can
Um,
change those things that are within our power to change.
right, right.
Change how we think about something, but we can't always change the people around us. How are you feeling about that now in general? Do you find it frustrating or disappointing?
With my mom,
Yes, yes, sorry, yes.
um, I mean, it's her generation, right? Like, I've just kind of come to accept that she is the way she is. And while that may not be the healthiest, I know at the end of the day, she loves me. And she's going to be a wonderful grandma. Of course, if I see any of these with my daughter, boundaries will have to be set. Um, but overall, I think it'll be okay.
Well, you did a beautiful job connecting with your husband about how you want him to help, what help looks like for you. Um, I'm willing to bet that you will do a beautiful job with your mom when that time rolls around with telling her what help looks like to you.
I hope so.
Well, we talked a lot about a lot of things while we were here over the past 6 weeks, and hopefully you got some things out of our sessions, and I want you to know that I am always here for you, always to make an appointment at any time. I am here for you. But I wanted to ask, do you feel like you're ready? This is our sixth session. This is our time to kind of evaluate where you are, how you're feeling. Did you want to take a break from our regular sessions at this point, continue them, or go to an as needed basis?
I think I still need some additional support until I do have the baby. I maybe not a weekly frequency. I of course want your professional opinion on this, but maybe not weekly, but maybe biweekly, just to kind of check in
Absolutely.
and continue make sure I'm using the tools you've been giving me.
Absolutely. That sounds like a fantastic idea. We can do that. Of course, I always love to see you. And if this helps you support what you are doing presently, I am on board. That sounds fantastic. I wondered if before we left today, if I could give you one more tool for your coping skills toolbox. Sorry, that's a goofy way to say it.
Absolutely.
But this is kind of a reset activity that I particularly liked. Those times when maybe it doesn't always work out the way you wanted with your husband. He reverts back to problem solving mode, or mom says something and you feel it starting to trigger the scared and worried thoughts that you have about doing things alone as a mom. If you
Right.
feel that start to happen, you can always stop and reset. I like to call these dropping anchor. Some people like sort of a sea metaphor where they're on an ocean and things start to get rough and they need to drop anchor. You can call it whatever you want. This is called the five things. Now, you can do this anywhere. I often do it on the fly. You can do it as slowly or as fast as you want. But you can also just take the minute again where you get comfortable in your chair, you roll your shoulders back, feel a wave of relaxation that starts at your head and just kind of goes all the way down to your feet. You're going to leave your eyes open for this activity. You'll know why in a minute. Give me one big breath. And then I'm going to ask you to look around and just do this in your own head. This is just for you. You don't have to share it with me or anyone. I want you to look around and just notice five things that you see. Then notice four things you can hear. Notice three things you can feel, whether it's your hair, your clothing, anywhere on. Three things you can feel. Notice then two things you can smell. And one thing you can taste. That's the very simple five things grounding activity. But especially as you start to feel overwhelmed, or if you're at a trigger moment, or even you just go outside because mom said something that just was too much for how your day is rolling out. Go outside and do your five things, and it really grounds you to where you are in space, your environment, and your own body. And it's just a nice thing to have in that toolbox for when thoughts and feelings get challenging. Was there, first, let me ask, what was that experience like for you?
I would say it was pretty nice. It was very calming. Um, Kind of made me giggle in my head a little bit. Um,
Let me guess at the things you can smell.
but yeah, 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 that was good. But I focused on, the fact that I can smell my perfume and I have flowers on the table, so I can smell those. Um, so that was nice. And then the taste is actually what made me laugh because
Oh,
I
good.
had lunch right before we met, and I had peanut butter M&Ms. So
That was lunch.
most of it, yeah.
Good champion.
There you go.
So, is there anything else that you wanted to share with me today?
No, I just wanted to say thank you. I didn't know coming into therapy what it was going to be like. I was really nervous. Of course, I'm very pro therapy and open to it, but I not all therapists are good, and I just didn't know what to expect. But I mean, you really have helped me monumentally and given me some really great coping tools. So I really am very, very grateful for you, Jenna, and I look forward to continuing working together.
That's lovely. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. My pleasure, Chelsea, and I will see you in 2 weeks.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.